Miyabi having herself some type of X Games debut after that big air gold. Can she repeat here in slopestyle? As you said, partner Jamie Anderson, 16 medals, 5 of them gold, and Miyabi Onitsuka winning that big air gold day one. A little bit of a departure from what we've seen in recent years here on the Jeep slopestyle course. Let's take a breakdown on what this thing's all about.
Last year, if you were watching slopestyle, you would have noticed there are 3 rail features and there would be 3 jump features. This year, however, we've squished it a bit. 3 rail features, 4 jump features, and these rail features, I don't know what they have been doing in the off-season, but they have made gains, ladies and gentlemen. These things are big, they are beefy, and if you make it to the end of the rail, good on you, because it is extremely, extremely hard to do. There's that 3rd and final rail feature as we make our way into the jumps. We also have a little bit of surprise for you folks at home. There's usually been 3 natural jumps, but our 4th jump, it will be a quarter pipe feature. As you go down this run, 50, 60, 65, they gain a little bit, and here is that quarter pipe feature I was talking about. You can take off the left, you can take off the right. It is a bit of a departure from that, you know, quintessential money booter, but I like it. It makes you do something different.
It's good to have options, isn't it, Craig?
Yeah.
So a look at our start list for today. Oh, by the way, how about our defending gold medalist, Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott, anchoring this lineup?
In big air, she rode so solid. Back 9, switch back 9. She's got a front 10 double. Will she bring all those to play? I think she's going to need to if she wants to hang with the likes of Jamie Anderson and Miyabi Onitsuka.
I feel like we should start this event, don't you?
I do.
All
I
right.
really do.
Kicking things off, making her 3rd X Games appearance, Lori Blouin.
Right foot forward, her natural way of riding. And as I mentioned in that Jeep slopestyle course preview, these rails are big. You got to go fast. That flat bar right there, it's tough to see. That's 7 to 8 feet off of the snow. So Lori Blouin making it through the rails cleanly. Switch back 5 to start things off. Front side 7, grabbing tail. Got to stay calm, got to stay collected. Front 7, back 7. What does she have for this 4th and final feature? The shark fin, if you will. Crippler hangs on to it. That's a good full pull, Brando. That's a great run from Lori Blouin to start this women's slopestyle final off on the Jeep slopestyle course. Front board on that rainbow rail. Trying to tee it up best she can. You want to be really 90 on those front boards and board slides. Let's take a look at that 4th and final hit. Crippler here. Flips a little faster than anticipated and has to put her hands down to hang on to the landing, but Lori Blouin, she's happy.
Next to drop in, our gold medalist from Big Air just a couple of nights ago, Miyabi Onitsuka. We got so excited, started this thing. We didn't even talk about the new format, Craig.
8 athletes, 35-minute jam session, overall impression. You're not judged on just one run. You're judged on the entirety of your work here this afternoon. You can see the clock in the top left-hand corner. That will be running down, and every time you drop in, you are judged. So if you fall, keep going. Miyabi Onitsuka took this jam format and used it to her advantage in big air. Will she use it to her advantage in slopestyle? I think she will. She's got a plethora of tricks, ladies and gentlemen. That cab 9, are you serious? Right in the middle. How? Okay, so she was going way too slow, still does a back 7 anyway, and lands. She just knuckled and said, I'm gonna keep going. She's like Randy Jackson. Nah, nah, I'm good. It's gonna be a no from me.
Miyabi Onitsuka, we knew she had the jumps. She clearly proved that in big air. It really was going to be all about the top section for her and how technical she could get on those rails. This Jeep slopestyle course, no problem for Miyabi.
No, that's a good way to start. You know, those aren't her most technical jump tricks, but just get one run down. You got to build upon what you do here today.
Kokomo Murase, fresh off that silver medal performance in women's snowboard big air on night 1. She's already got a few X Games medals to her name, 3, and she's just 15 years old, Craig.
That is the start of a good career right there. 3 X Games medals, 15 years old, and that's a pretty good start to the run. That first rail, she had a bit of a bobble. Starts with a cab 5. She goes back 7. Looks like the women are struggling for speed on the 2nd and 3rd jumps. Kokomo just making over that knuckle and taking the shark fin on her heels. Frontside 360, so a couple little knuckles there if she could improve upon the speed, but I mean, it's not really her fault. Standing at 105 pounds, 5 feet.
Kokomo, of course, gained acclaim when she became the youngest medalist in an X Games winter discipline at 13 years, 6 months old in Norway of 2018. She also landed the first in women's competition, that backside double cork 1260. We all remember where we were.
We all remember where we
that.
were. And speaking of firsts.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Anna Gasser. She was such a warrior in big air a couple of nights ago, trying to land that triple. Was unsuccessful, went down hard a couple of times, but still came back and finished the contest. Amazing.
She just kept going and going and going. She wanted it. She wanted it very, very badly. I don't believe we're going to see a cab triple from Anna Gasser here today, but we are going to see a nice cab double going down on that, unfortunately.
And in past years, if you went down, washed out, that's it.
Yeah.
You're calling it.
Yeah.
Back up to the top. The judges want you to see you finish the run here in this new format.
So let's see her take the shark fin feature here on her toes. Crippler, we saw Lori Bland do that. Anna Gasser going for the crippler as well, and unfortunately putting it down. So Anna Gasser wants to, forget this. Set it and forget it.
We're only a couple of years removed from her gold medal performance on this Jeep Slopestyle course here in Aspen. So she's got the chops. We know this.
Yes.
Okay, I know, I'm just letting you know he's in there.
Jamie Anderson, 2018, gold. 2019, we didn't get to see her. 2020, the rest is still unwritten. Cab 150, back one. Left foot forward, but she is so good at spinning switch. Cab 7. She's going to go switch back 5 right here. Or no, holding it, switch back 1. I like that. Speed has been bothering a lot of these women. So instead of doing the switch back 5, she goes switch back 1. Into the front side 7, 2 full times around. Oh my goodness. Jamie Anderson just airmailed that backside rodeo 7 off the quarter pipe feature. Good air awareness to slow the rotation down, because that fall could have been very, very violent.
Podium perfect in 14 slopestyle starts.
That's
16.
That's stacked.
16 X Games medals. That's the most of any woman in X Games history, summer or winter.
Now, I've been podium perfect. I've only competed in one event. She's competed in 14 separate slopestyle events.
I believe you're talking about your real snow medal from last year.
She's never not made the podium. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Here's Annie Rukijärvi, our bronze medalist from last year. This is her 10th X Games appearance, Craig.
Annie front board, same way on that rainbow feature, coming in this first of 4 jumps, switch stance. And just like Jamie Anderson, cab 7, fakie to fakie 720. Switch back 1, just like Jamie Anderson. Front side 7, Annie Rukijärvi. Oh, that third jump has been giving the women a little bit of trouble, just not enough momentum to get over.
And we've added a 4th jump, right? Which means we're squeezing all of these jumps a little closer together, Craig.
Now, if you talk to any person who has ever ridden this Jeep Slopestyle course, it is very tight together. Great for viewing, because you can see everything. But for riding, you're coming down one landing, and if you blink, you're on the takeoff of the next. That was with 3 jumps. With 4, it is very tight together, so it leaves no room for error, Brando.
Haley Langland, 19 years old. This is her 5th X Games. She's got 3 medals, including a gold, which she won in big air back in 2017. And just some of the most fun tricks that you will see of anyone in this field, young Hales.
Young Hales, board control like no other. Board slide pretzel there. Yeah. Oh, good save. Young Hales catching an edge there on that cab one in. Backside 180 out. That could have been really, really bad, but she's got to use the rest of the course here. Forget that fall.
Right.
Do something. It's probably one of the best women's methods I have ever seen. And you know, I'm going to check that. That's probably one of the best methods I have ever seen.
Thank you. So Haley Langland, also, it should be noted, since she started her X Games career, She's always paired slopestyle with big air, like
Yeah.
so many of these riders. She did not compete in big air, so for the first time, she's really been able to focus here in Aspen on slopestyle riding.
That is correct, and I think that's going to be to her advantage. The more time you spend on this course, focused on this one event, the more success you're going to have.
So Kokomo Marase leading this thing as we're closing in on a 26-minute mark. But now our defending gold medalist, just 18 years old, Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott.
This rail section is so difficult. They're tall. Zoe going down on feature 2. Now, if I am in this field, I want to look. Nobody has really had a clean full pull. Kokomo, yeah, pretty close, but there was definitely some major bobbles in there. Dumb it down. Make it simple. Get to the bottom one time and then build upon that. This is a jam format. Everything counts. Wow, great back 7 from Zoe there. I believe she could even take that to a backside 900 as the day progresses. But a tough fall on this rainbow rail here. Just comes off it very early and knuckles there. See how she takes that knoll in between the bindings there and unable to save it. But here's the highlight. Backside 720, 2 full times around on that shark fin feature. It's new, it's different, it's hard. You got to get used to it. Zoe making the most of it.
So Kokomo Marase, the 15-year-old leading this thing. We're just getting started here in Aspen. Women's snowboard slopestyle continues after the break.
X Games Aspen is brought to you by Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Welcome back to X Games Aspen. There we see Jamie Anderson. She had quite a travel in 2018, 2019, and the start of her 2020. She actually explored some new territory on her snowboard trip to Alaska. Let's learn what it's like in this Pacifico. Discover more.
Going to Alaska is for sure the most humbling thing I think anyone could do. Holy shit. We just did a really gnarly heli tow-in. It was scary. And I know it's dangerous and I know there's a lot of risk going to Alaska, but I guess the reward is worth the fear and the risk that you put yourself when you choose to go out there. I think that's the coolest part about going from competitive snowboarding to backcountry and to Alaska, because it's so different and it's relatable, and being a strong rider is important, but it's just a whole new chapter of beautiful, different snowboarding.
Is there anything Jamie Anderson can't do, winning gold medals and taming mountains in Alaska? Wow.
That was incredible, and she'll look to see if she can stay podium perfect here at the women's snowboard slopestyle on the Jeep slopestyle course. We're one run in to our jam final, and it's the 15-year-old Kokomo Marase leading things up. Sitting right behind her, though, Lori Blouin, who's in second place.
Nice front board to start things off. These down rails are long. You gotta make it to the end. That was my pro tip. Dumb it down, make it simple, come off everything clean, and you're gonna be sitting in that top 3 position, because the rest of the field, nobody's really done anything yet. Everybody has had at least one major bobble in their run. Lori needs some speed on this one. Everybody has been struggling on jump 3. Lori making it.
What does she have for the final hit?
Backside 360 solid. So great full pull from Lori Blouin. Maybe not the most technical run we have seen, but much cleaner than everybody else.
And I like this because, again, this is a new format in 2020, but when you see a lot of names, including some household, having some trouble at the rail section and even on the jumps with some falls, hey, let's start stacking those runs and give off as much overall impression as we can to the judges.
Slow-mo's never nice, so that cab 150, or front one out, was just a little zeeched.
So now dropping in Miyabi Onitsuka, sitting in third, and what a start to her X Games career with an impressive gold medal performance in big air on night 1. And if the lights don't seem to be too bright for Miyabi.
If you missed the women's big air,
oh my gosh, go find it.
Go find it and watch it, because it was absolutely nutty. Cab 9, so this cab 9 keeps putting Miyabi way outside, so she's got to cut back, and she must have got some juice on the snowboard there, because she boosted that third and final jump, where last run she almost knuckled it. Okay, Lori, full pull. Miyabi goes T to B. Now we're starting to get a slopestyle final with 23 minutes and 27 seconds left. Board slide pretzel. Backside 720, not really getting the grab there, but making it to the landing nonetheless.
Hey Gary, there is a pole guy.
So Lori Blouin has taken the lead, at least temporarily, away from Kokomo Marase. How does she answer that as she drops in next?
Do what she did, but just make it to the end of these rails. Whoa, that was like a board slide. A little nollie tap the end of the rail. She goes lip side same way on that rainbow rail, 50. Front side 180. Now she needs to go to work here. Big cab 5. In the second run, Brando, nobody seems to be going that slow. Run 1, there was a lot of knuckles. Here in run 2, not so bad. Front 9? Switchback 1 on that shark fin, that is tough to do. Nice little salute too, eh?
That's a claim. Again, I just can't say enough about Kokomo Marase and the composure of a 15-year-old. And if you're watching at home and you're saying, but Craig, Brando, where are the scores?
There's no scores.
There's no scores.
No
it's
scores
just
today.
Live rankings directly from our judging panel. Their decisions are made in real time. You're seeing it in real time. And Kokomo Marase jumps up into second place. Here's Anna Gasser trying to clean things up right here on the top of the rails.
50 board slide comes out fakey. Switch blunt same way. Cab one. Back one. So coming in this first jump, going cab double underflip. There we go. Make no mistake. Frontside 360. So holding speed for this. I'm looking backside 720. There it is. There's that crippler. Holds it, so a full pull from Anna Gasser. Okay. I think it's a little sunnier. Course is running a little bit faster. Everybody's getting used to it. We're seeing these women go top to bottom.
A better run than what
two.
we saw on her first attempt. Again, few more gifted in the air in this field than Anna Gasser.
That's the best way to put it. Her air awareness is bar none.
So Jamie Anderson sitting in 5th. Again, she's never missed a podium in a slope style contest here at X Games. 14 for 14.
That's some Hall of Fame numbers right there.
Already. She had the speech ready 5 years ago, Greg.
Yeah, she's like, she could be a player coach. She could be playing and be in the Hall of Fame right now. Speaking of which, if somebody wants to start a Hall of Fame, that'd be cool.
Well, maybe don't put that. Maybe we should do that.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
Okay, cab 7, switchback 5. Last run she did switchback 1 there, so upping the difficulty in run 2. Frontside 7. Hang on to it, Jamie. She does.
Just able to bring it around for this last jump.
Backside rodeo. Last run, it almost looked like she was going backside rodeo 7. Great run from Jamie Anderson. That's got to put her top 2 in my opinion.
And the thing, Craig, is there's no one more consistent than Jamie Anderson. So you think about this format change, it's great because she has so much variety, and you know 9 times out of 10, she's going to land that run.
Absolutely, and she's got a deep bag of tricks. She could come down this thing and do 3, 4 separate runs. So this jam format plays to her advantage. She just needs to execute.
Follows in play.
So we turn our attention now to Annie Ruki-Järvi at 29. She's the oldest competitor in our field. She's also our bronze medalist from 2019.
So I mentioned Jamie Anderson. I thought she should be in that top 2. The judges move her to the 3rd place position. I do agree with that because of her first run. Her second run, great, but her first run was definitely something that she wants to improve upon.
Way to save face there.
Cab 7 from Annie Ruki-Järvi, a little bit sketchy on the landing, so has to go switchback 1. We saw Jamie Anderson go cab 7, switchback 5. The Finn here going cab 7, switchback 1, not as difficult. But the front 7, much cleaner. And a backside 3. So Annie Ruki-Järvi and Jamie Anderson have a very similar jump line. But where Jamie Anderson is separating herself is on jump 2. She did that switchback 5, and on the shark fin feature. That thing holds a lot of weight because it is very difficult to ride, and it's something new. I love the way Jamie Anderson is doing a backside rodeo and, you know, really taking risks with it.
Annie has won this event before. She did it as a rookie back in 2011. Has not earned gold since then. So here is Haley Langland.
Young Hales!
Who uncharacteristically fell off of a rail. Can she clean things up and move out of 7th place?
That was the best rail trick we have seen in this women's field by far. Haley Langland comes correct on rails 1 and 2 and on rails 3. Write that down in your notes because that's a really good rail run. Big frontside 360. Big back 5. Big cab 5. I love this very much. Comes off the heel, the heels and Hales. The heels and Hales sends it. That is so frustrating to see, young Hales. Come on!
Well, let's take a look from the top. As you said, the best
That pole
rail
jam
section you've seen from any rider today.
That pole jam backlip was sick. Board side pretzel, a lot of hip flexibility. Got that new sticker, Lululemon. Cab 1 in, front 3 out. That's how you do it.
Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott, our defending gold medalist, is sitting in 8th place as we're under 17 minutes to ride with here on the Jeep Slopestyle course.
And Zoe going pole jam board side pretzel. Switch board side same way. That rail took her down in run 1. Make no mistake in run 2. Switch 50, switch back 3. Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott. That rail run was so well done. But that first jump just taking out the young Kiwi. So she's gonna have some work to do. Runs 1, went down on jump or on rail 2. Runs 2, goes down on jump
And the
1.
tough part for Zoe, Craig,
Yeah.
is this is no longer a single best run counts.
Yeah.
In previous years, you might have a couple throwaways and save that banger for last. It's all about overall impression here on the Jeep Slopestyle course. We'll be right back after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott recently signed on to the Burton team. Let's take a lap with Zoe on the Jeep Slopestyle course.
I'm Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott, 18 years old from Wanaka, New Zealand. We're here at Aspen X 2020, and I'm going to take you through the slopestyle course. So this rail doesn't exactly line up, so you have to ollie to the next down rail, which is pretty sick. Same with all the other rail features on this first one. Second feature's looking sick. I think I'm going to be hitting this rainbow rail into that third feature. This is a real hectic feature because you're coming into the first jump and you've got to keep speed up. So I'm going to be hitting this one here. It's a 4-jump course this year with a tranny feature at the end. Heaps of transfers for you to get creative on. I'm pretty excited about it and hopefully put down a run I've never done before.
Crazy to think, Craig, our defending gold medalist Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott was actually an alternate last year out here at the Jeep Slopestyle course. She was actually the second alternate. Ends up winning gold.
Not one, but two.
We had to go back to the pen a couple of times, but she gets out there and wins gold. What a moment. But we are in the midst of the women's snowboard slopestyle final on the Jeep Slopestyle course. Lori Blouin, your current leader, dropping in now.
Bit of a bobble on run, or on that first rail there. Switch backside 7, switch nose. I have not seen Lori Blouin do that switch backside 7 before, so that definitely something new. Backside 720 tail grab, very, very solid. She's gonna go backside 720 on the shark fin, so another full pull from the Canadian, and she's gotta be fired up.
Lori be stacking.
Yeah, that's what this jam format lends itself to. One hammer run, that's great, that's good, that's gonna help you. But you need to do something different and run 2, 3, and possibly 4.
So we talk about Zoe winning gold as a second alternate.
Yeah.
Lori Blouin, our current leader, was an alternate for Julia Marino.
In this event.
So I
Right
think
here.
the moral of the story is, I don't want to count our chickens before they hatch, but Lori in first place. I think the goal is to be an alternate for this contest.
Maybe
if you
it's
wanna
less
win gold.
pressure. Speaking of pressure, Miyabe Yanatsuka, her rookie debut in the big air, she didn't feel any pressure. And it doesn't look like she's really feeling pressure on this top rail section either. Very, very smooth coming off the end of all those rails.
21 years old, already a gold medal at this X Games Aspen in big air.
Switchback 7, cab 9. Backside 10 up. High.
Oh!
No! Why was the knuckle so rude? It's just rude, Brandon. I was so fired up to just lose my mind watching Miyabe do a back 10, and that knuckle comes in there and ruined my day.
Fans want to remind you tonight at 10 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app, our X Games coverage continues from Aspen. We'll have men's snowboard big air with 17-time X Games medalist Mark McMorris looking to tie Shaun White for most medals all time on the winter side. Plus, Maddie Mastro is the favorite in women's snowboard superpipe, and we cap it off with the women's ski superpipe. And I'm excited about those shows tonight, partner.
We got the call.
So we turn our attention now to Kokomo Marase, the youngest rider in our field, sitting in second place, already the owner of 3 X Games medals.
Speed has been an issue for many of the women in the field, but Kokomo somehow has speed. She is 5 feet, 105 pounds. I don't know how she continues to gain momentum.
So we'll watch Kokomo through the jump section here.
Cab 5, backside 720. Front double 9. And a switch, backside 180, hangs on to it, Kokomo.
What more do you want? Are you not entertained? Great note from our researcher, Colin Bain here. Kokomo wasn't born yet when Jamie Anderson made her X Games debut, which was in January of 2004. Kokomo was born November of 2004. Chew on that. Chew on that and get back to me.
So she's doing front 9 doubles now, and Jamie Anderson has been competing in the X Games before she was born.
I think you put that succinctly, yes.
Life's crazy.
Life comes at you pretty fast.
Yeah, if you don't stop and smell the roses.
Anna Gasser, I do want to make a correction. On her first run, I had said that she had won gold on this course. She has won gold in slopestyle, but it was in Norway, not Aspen. Easy to confuse the two.
Yeah, it is. Beautiful, beautiful courses. I love this Jeep slopestyle course. Very, very much. The rails are just, I mean, it sets people apart in that cab double underflip. Just 2 for 3 on that. Back 10 double from Anna. Oh! We saw Miyabi put the back 10 double on that third jump as well. But like Miyabi, she just doesn't have enough speed to really carry it down the landing. The knuckle kind of ruined the party for both Miyabi and Anna Gasser. Goes front blunt here. Looks like she's going to 270 out, but holds it. So front blunt to fakie there. Here's a look at the back 10, grabbing Mellon. See how she kind of hits that knuckle? You want to go maybe 5, 7 feet further down. Give her a little bit more time to get the rotation.
Jamie Anderson sitting in that bronze medal spot. Remember, she's never missed a podium in this contest. 14 times she's entered a slopestyle contest at X Games. 14 times she's walked away with the medal.
Cab 2 in, 2 out. Board slide 270. It doesn't even look like she's trying. Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta take it in. We are so lucky to see one of the best, the most successful winter and summer X Games women athlete we have ever seen. Jamie Anderson comes correct, cab 9 double, CO1. Backside rodeo. Hi, how you doing, Jamie Anderson? She's gunning for that #1 spot. That's a ludicrous
her
run, right?
best run. Yeah, Luda.
Okay.
That was her best run of the day so far. Wow. Just, as you said, effortless. And when you combine her contest prowess with being able to go do powder missions in Japan or take lines, big lines in Alaska like we saw in that clip earlier, it just seems like she's as complete a rider as she's ever been in her career.
I think being on a snowboard is easier than walking for her. And
ladies and gentlemen,
hi,
breaking news, Jamie Anderson taking the top spot in our rankings after that run. Any Ricciardi sits in 6th place. She drops in now.
She goes board slide same way. Front board to fakie, so she's coming to this 3rd rail feature. Switch board slide same way out. Let's see if she goes the same jump line. She was going cab 7. She switches things up. Switch backside 5, lands a little tail heavy. Switch back 5, front side 5. So any RV kind of struggling for speed, just making it over the knuckles. Switch backside 7 though on that quarter, or pardon me, that was a regular backside 720 from any rookie RV, but I think the judges are really rewarding that 4th and final feature. It is very, very difficult to ride. Jamie Anderson's backside rodeo getting a lot of love, and I really agree with that #1 position. That last run we saw from Jamie Anderson, super technical, super clean on the rails, and really pushing the jumps as well.
So here's Haley Langland. Perhaps the best rail section of any of the riders we've seen today.
Facts.
She could not finish on her previous attempt. If she can, watch the climb.
Facts. Boom. Took a little too much gas into that back lip there and got bucked.
And this is the tough part. She can keep going, remember. A fall doesn't necessarily penalize you, but it does affect the overall impression.
And it affects you mentally. It kind of messes up your rhythm a little bit. When you're practicing, you know, you kind of get in a flow, you get going. If you land a rail a certain way, you know, okay, I know I need to do one speed check for this, but when you fall, you have to surpass a feature and then kind of jump back in the course. It's tough to do. Whoa, Young Hales! And cab 9.
Clearly, that fall up top having that effect on her mentally, as you said, on this run. Tough to see, because we were really excited about her on this course. Obviously, it's not over yet, but a strong full pool there would have done wonders for her in the rankings.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to watch this clock here. 7 minutes left. We have one rider. So once Zoe drops and we go back to the top of the order and Lori Boulan drops, everybody gets to go. Even if the clock runs out, all the riders get the same amount of runs.
So here's Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott sitting in 8th place, still just looking for that first clean run of the day for her, Craig.
That switch 50, switch backside 360, very, very tough to do, especially on that big of a feature. Cab 7. Switchback 9. Get going, Zoe. Yes! She has got one of the best switchback 9s. Frontside 720. Here we go. And a backside 720, T to B, second alternate last year, comes, takes the whole gosh darn thing, wins the gold medal, and you can see why. The queen of clutch.
That's the run we were looking for from Zoe. Excited to see where that will put her. Well, Jamie Anderson was able to move into first on her previous run. She's got 16 X Games medals, 5 of them gold, and she's looking to add to her collection here on the Jeep Slopestyle course.
I hope you guys are enjoying this exhilarating Jeep Women's Snowboard Slopestyle as much as I am. Before we head back to the top and check out the final runs, I wanted to bring you down and show off the Zoom photography initiative we have going on here. What is Zoom photography? Well, let me tell you. It's an online fan vote contest celebrating the best in action sports photography. You can check it out on site here at Aspen, this summer at X Games Minneapolis, or you can vote yourself at xgames.com/Zoom. And then tomorrow on ESPN, we're giving out $10,000 and an X Games gold medal. And speaking of, let's see who takes home the first X Games gold of the day at the Jeep Women's Snowboard Slopestyle.
Thank you, Jack. Yeah, xgames.com/Zoom. There you see Young Hales, Haley Langland. She's our silver medalist from last year. Let's see what she's been up to start this season in this Great Clips athlete profile. '18-year-old Haley Langland.
1080 switch melon was absolutely mind-blowing.
Of course, a history maker in her own right on the big air stage.
I saw that you checked in online. Yep, sweet, let's go get your haircut. So Haley, how did you get into snowboarding?
When I was 5, my dad took me up to Big Bear in Southern California and started me off just linking turns down the mountain with him. That was the first snowboard that I ever got for Christmas.
So would you agree that when you are looking your best and feeling your best, you're doing your best?
Yeah, I think so. I think everyone kind of knows that when you are wearing something that you really like or you look great that day, I think you're going to perform great as well.
You're going to look great out there.
We've got a heated battle here on the Jeep Slopestyle course. A look at our standings, and it's Jamie Anderson. What a shocker. Only 14 for 14 in podium finishes. Can she add a 5th X Games gold medal? She is your current leader.
Now, Brando, what I love about this format, yes, she's currently in first, but you know what? Anybody in this field could easily climb up top that position.
I should say it's actually, she's aiming for her 6th slopestyle gold medal. Don't mean to shortchange her. She's got a lot of them.
Where do you put that many medals?
We should ask her.
You have to get like a storage unit or something? I don't know.
Jamie Anderson, Lori Bluan, and Kokomo Morase are your top 3. Here is Lori Bluan on what could be her final attempt.
Switchback 5. So last run she went switchback side 720. Showing you she's got options. Switchback 5, front 9, cab double 9. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Lori Bluan. Oh, no! If she would have landed that back 7, that would have been bar down. That is a hockey reference if you don't get it, and I'll teach you about it later. But this run right here, I love the cab double under. She went switchback 5, front 9, cab double under, and this backside 720 on the shark fin feature. Just not enough English on it. Lands on the heels and butt check. So there's no way I see her being moved ahead of Jamie Anderson. So she will have to hang on to that silver medal position.
Here's Miyabi Onitsuka, sitting in 6th place, as we said, obviously winning gold a couple of nights ago in her X Games debut in snowboard big air. Right now she's trying to get back on the podium.
That front blunt same way on that first rail was, oh, Miyabi, the board control to hang on to that thing. I want to see this back 10 so badly. Oh, wait, oh, okay, she's not going to do it. She just went down that cab 9. That is so tough.
Well, Matt, this is always a super exciting event. I think we can expect to see some insane tricks. Holy jeep! Holy jeep! Holy jeep! Oh, jeep! That's amazing! Well said. We always look for innovation in this event, and that's exactly what we're getting. You don't see that every day.
So Jamie Anderson still leading this thing with under 3:30 to ride with. Kokomo Marase sitting in that bronze medal spot. I do want to remind you fans at home, though, these standings are not official until the clock stops and that last run is done. But Kokomo Marase has to be feeling good about earning another X Games medal here in 2020.
That pole jam board slide kind of hops and taps the end of the rail. That's cool. I've never really seen that before. Kokomo Marase coming. Something unique.
That's why we come here.
That's why we come here. Just when you think you've seen it all, eh?
It's neat to watch Kokomo here in slopestyle. As we said, we've seen her a couple of previous times at X Games, but it's been in big air.
Yeah.
It is a treat to watch her on this Jeep slopestyle course.
Oh my!
Oh, whoa!
What happened there, Kokomo? Cab 5, front 5, and it looked like she was going cab 9 double, but then she, instead of landing regular, she almost like flipped her board back to landing switch.
Switch, yeah, that's what it looked like.
And then she lost her her goggles.
So let's take another look.
So it looked, oh my, okay, yeah, she was almost going cab 10 double, and it was her right glove that went off. And she has now secured the glove. We can't confirm that.
Kokomo has secured the glove, but there you see our current leader.
She's about to secure the bag right now.
It'll be really interesting to see how Jamie plays it.
Yeah.
With that last run. Does she play prevent D?
No.
And just try to land something solid? Or does she go 5 wide and say, we're going to keep throwing down the field?
Yeah, she's got to take a shot because, well, that's a great little fact there. Most X Games slopestyle gold tied with Mark McMorris and Sean White. Jamie Anderson, she has a possibility of getting one here too, and Mark McMorris later this afternoon. So she could bump up to 6, Mark could as well. But there's still Anna Gasser to go. There's still Zoe Sinnott to go, pardon me. There's a lot of snowboarding left to do, so Jamie Anderson, I don't think she should leave anything to chance. I think she should take a shot. Okay?
Amazing day to be out here at Buttermilk Mountain. Such a heavy event schedule. Saturdays are always our favorite out here at X Games Aspen.
Saturdays are for the X Games.
So Anna Gasser getting ready to drop in. She's sitting in 5th place. This should be her last run of the day, Craig.
Front blunt to fakie. She tried the back 10 double on jump 3 last run. Went down, but she needs doubles. So she's going cab double 9 right here. Cab double underflip. Frontside 7. Frontside 3 instead. Needs all the speed she can get for this back 10 double. No. I like that. I really do. The reason being, in the big air, we saw her try that cab triple 3 or 4 times. She just wasn't going fast enough. There was nothing she was doing. She just wasn't going fast enough. But she was still trying, and she got really, really lucky with some of those falls. Here today, that back 10 double that she fell on, it was a speed issue. It wasn't her. And here in this backside 720 that she attempted, she knew she wasn't going fast enough. So Anna Gasser, good showing, but just not making the podium.
So we turn our attention to our current leader in search of a 6th X Games gold medal, a 17th overall. It's Jamie Anderson.
JA. 270 in. I like how she's mixing up the rails as well as mixing up the jumps. That last run, she did 270 in, 270 out. Cab 7. Switchback 5. Does she go front 10? Yep. Oh, Jamie!
Good to see her pop up like that. And Craig, as you said before, the aggression going for it.
That's just,
Yeah.
I mean, you only need one. She goes for two. You know?
And Jamie, over her X Games career, as dominant as she has been, has also taken some pretty gnarly spills over the years.
What a cool look, though. She's just chatting to the follow cam. Gimbal gone.
So the clock expires, but because we are in the midst of a run, the remainder of the field will get one final shot at this, including any rookie RV, who's sitting in 7th place. But again, I love the blueprint that Jamie had set out to do for that final run.
Yeah. She could have kept that to a frontside 720.
Totally.
But she always wants to learn new tricks. So I do back 9, cab double 9, frontside 1080. She's been battling with that one for a little while as well. But you gotta commend that, just taking a shot. I love that. Rookie Yarvi going switchback 5, frontside 540. And that cab 900 there, I didn't like how she took a speed check into that 3rd jump there. She needed all the speed that she could get. This course, this Jeep slopestyle course, as we mentioned, the jumps are so tight together.
So we take another look at Annie's last run.
Frontside 540 here. You take a look, see how she speed checks right there? She just scrubs a little bit. That is what undid that cab 9.
2 riders left to drop in for their final attempts, including Haley Langland, our silver medalist from last year. Because of this format, it's not a single run best score. So even if she went bananas here, the likelihood of going 8th to 1st seems improbable. So this one right here is for us watching and everybody in Aspen, and probably most importantly, herself.
That rail run. That rail one was so sick. That pull jab to back lip. I think she gets MVP on those top 3 sections, that's for sure. Cap 10, get going! Yes! The trick heard around the world. Haley Langland did that cap 10.
She was the first woman to ever do that in a competition just a couple of years ago in big air. And I love to see when she lands that in a slope style contest.
She just goes to sleep halfway through there, it looks like. Young Hales taking a shot.
That's the type of riding we were expecting from Haley Langland all day long. What a run. And it all comes down to this, our final rider of the day. Your defending gold medalist, Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott. She's in 4th right now. Could she possibly knock on that podium door here on this attempt, Craig?
She's gonna need something absolutely groundbreaking. She's got a back 9, she's got a switch back 9, she's got a switch 50, switch backside 360 out.
And as she dropped, by the way, Haley Langland's last run took her all the way up to 4th, so Zoe now sitting in 5th.
Switch back 9, I never think she's gonna bring it around, but every time she does. Frontside 10, get going! We talk about taking a shot, and that was one right there. Switch back 9, front 10 double attempt from Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott, and that was about as close as you can get.
So nothing official quite yet, but Jamie Anderson has to be feeling good. She held on to the top spot after her 3rd run, and it doesn't look like anyone was able to unseat her.
Everybody said I was crazy. Everybody said I was crazy for picking
Craig's gonna
Jamie.
figure out how to take credit for Jamie's gold medal potential here. I love this.
But I just love this format for Jamie because every year she comes here, during practice she'll do one run, and then she'll mix it up and do another.
Right.
And then in qualifier she'll do another, and she'll hit different rails, and that is what this format is all about. So if this helps anybody, it helps Jamie, and you know, she just executed so much better than everybody in the field today.
So we await the official standings. But a win here would break the tie she has with Sean White and your brother Mark McMorris for most slopestyle golds. Of course, Mark will get a crack at this Jeep slopestyle course moments from now. But we await.
Sign a couple autographs, eh?
It's good to get the autograph requests after a performance like that, huh?
Yeah, it really is.
And that kid, by the way, looks like he's been having the best time at X Games Aspen today.
Yeah.
So before that final run, it was Jamie Anderson, Lori Bluan, and Kokomo Marase. Does it stay that way? And it does! Look at our podium. Jamie Anderson earns her 6th X Games gold medal, the 17th of her career.
Jamie Anderson making it 15 for 15 and continuing your podium perfect performance out here at X Games. How do you stay so consistent?
Practice, I guess. Yeah, definitely been snowboarding for half my life or a little more. And yeah, just been trying to get my schnizzle together. It takes a lot, I'm sure. Like everyone's been sending it and doing their best. So I'm really stoked on all the girls.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations. Stunning performance out there, just building off of every single run. Congrats.
Thank you.
No one more dominant on the Jeep slopestyle course than Jamie Anderson, her 6th slopestyle gold.
And that's not even, we're not even done yet today.
Nope.
We're just getting started.
Nope. Still so much to come here at X Games Aspen, including the men's snowboard slopestyle here on the Jeep slopestyle course. But first, when we come back, it's Para Snow Bike Cross after this message and a word from our ABC stations.